Luke Rinaldi is a fourth-year journalism student at Ryerson. He plans to work as a part-time writer at the Grid this summer. He earned this job after working as an intern there for 4 months, unpaid. Rinaldi didn't struggle financially because he lived with his parents, but he was forced to make some sacrifices.
Ended up selling a keyboard, though, to just have some money in general.
He says he was fortunate, but recognizes that other students may struggle more than he did.
Of it as it stands really favors people who are already financially well off.
And with rising tuition costs, working unpaid will become more challenging. But career counselor Isabel Dmitriev says the challenge is worth it, and that any work experience is beneficial.
And part of it is even how you take that forward in speaking to a potential employer down the road and being able to tell them that story of what you learned from that experience.
She also says the work experience doesn't always have to be in the student's field of study.
As people will brush off the fact that, okay, I did this unpaid internship to build experience, but then I also, was a server in a restaurant, and then they'll kind of dismiss that part and say, okay, that's not relevant to what I'm applying for. But in fact, when you tell that story to an employer in terms of how that gave you, why you had to do that, right? You had to kind of pay for your way through school. You had to be able to cover certain costs and expenses on your own. That's
so, what's more important for a student? Gaining work experience in your field or supporting yourself financially?
Yeah. Give me a second. I think it's important for students to come out of school and try to find experience and try to make it work, no matter how much pressure or extra work they're going to have to put into it.
Increasing tuition and living expenses can be a burden for students, and unpaid internships can add extra financial strain. But students are finding that unpaid internships are worth the extra stress. Experience gained from these internships is helping students find jobs after they graduate. For Ryerson TV News, I'm Jordan Mady.